Hello students, welcome back to my YouTube channel CMAS Academy. In the previous class, we learnt about the organization structure, types of organization structure, and I told you that an organization structure is basically divided into two, functional structure and divisional structure. We have covered functional structure in the previous video. So in this video, we are going to see what is divisional structure. Now, in a divisional structure, the organization structure comprises of separate business divisions or units. Each division is managed by a divisional manager. Now, one organization structure, it consists of separate business divisions or different units. That will be called as divisional structure. Whereas in the functional structure, we were classifying the activities which were of similar nature into different functions, and then we gave it a name of different departments, being human resources, marketing, purchasing, sales, finance. But here we are classifying the entire organization into different units, and this unit or this division is going to have one head who is called as the divisional manager. So this is more clear with the diagram. See, here's a factory manager. So this is one division. These four are different divisions or entirely separate units. Cosmetics is a different division. Garments is a different division. Skincare, footwear. So these are all different units which are there in an organization. Now under cosmetics, there might be marketing department, HR department, finance department, sales department. Similarly, under garments, there can be different departments, that is sales, finance, purchasing, human resources. So cosmetics has nothing to do with garments. Garments has nothing to do with skincare. Skincare has nothing to do with footwear. So these are completely different divisions. Okay, they are not having any connection to each other, and the only thing is that they belong to one organization. See, just like we have Tata company, right? So Tata company has different divisions, as you all know. There is Tanishq, there is Tata Motors, there is Tata Tea, Tata Salt. So they have various divisions. Now this is the best example for divisional structure. I hope the concept is clear. Now talking about the advantages of divisional structure. First one, product specialization. Now product specialization means since the divisional heads, those who are in charge of a particular division or a particular unit, they are responsible for the entire division. They will become experts in that particular product, that particular field. As such, if there is any vacancy or if there is any vacant position in the higher positions, for the higher positions, they are able to fill up that positions because they are specialized in that particular division, that particular unit. So they have the entire knowledge now. Secondly, divisional heads are accountable for profit. Now, what is being accountable? See, being accountable means you are answerable to your higher authority for the profit. You have to give reports to the higher authority for profit or whatever actions that has been taken in your division or in your unit. So when somebody is held accountable for profit, they definitely will take much interest in increasing the profits and developing their own division or the unit. Thirdly, promotes flexibility and initiative. Now, since each unit or each division is an autonomous unit, which means cosmetics is not affected by the garments, garments is not affected by the skincare, skincare is not affected by the footwear. So, all of these four divisions function separately like an autonomous unit. That is why decisions can be taken very quickly. Okay, so this enables faster decision making. Lastly, facilitates expansion and growth. If an organization wants to introduce one more unit or one more division, that can be done just by introducing one more division. So the functioning or the working of the other units will not be affected by this. So organization can merely bring up one more unit and expand its operations. Now, what are the disadvantages of divisional structure? Firstly, there can be conflicts. Conflict may arise among different divisions, especially when it comes to allocation of funds. Let us take the same example of what we have seen in the previous slide. There are four divisions in an organization: skincare, footwear, garments, cosmetics. Now let us assume that the top management of the organization is allocating more funds to one department, let's say to the cosmetics department. The other three divisions can feel jealous of this department. That is why this can give rise to conflicts, misunderstandings, or some sort of cold wars between these divisions. So that is the first disadvantage. Secondly, it may lead to increase in cost. Definitely, when we talk about introducing one division, one entire unit, so this unit is working as a separate uh, autonomous unit, correct? So this is working as one independent unit or an independent division. That is why the cost involved in running divisions or running units are definitely high. Lastly, it provides managers with authority to supervise all the activities. I told you that the every division or every unit has one in charge or one head, and they are called as the divisional heads. So these divisional heads or divisional managers, at time they will gain a lot of power over the entire division or the unit. Now they might misuse this power for their own personal use that can be detrimental to the organizational interest. That means they may ignore the interest of the overall organization. So these are the disadvantages of divisional structure. Thank you.